Hello guys, now we will study the class 10th NCERT Contemporary India chapter 3 water resources. Under here we will study about the water sources for the water and what are the coverage of water in our day-to-day life. So here we will deal with the first paragraph, that is, you already know that the 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with the water, but only a small portion of it account for the fresh water that can be put to use. See, what is the statement? We all know the earth is covered with the 3/4 of water, but among that much water, how many only there are very less percentage of water which is a fresh water, which can use for the drinking purpose. This fresh water is mainly obtained from the surface runoff and groundwater that is continually being renewed and recharged through the hydrological cycle. What it's saying कि this fresh water, ओके जो ये फ्रेश वाटर है, ये बेसिकली रन ऑफ बहुत सा जगहों से चलने के बाद ही ये वहाँ पर आता है ग्राउंड वाटर पे, और ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा रिन्यूड होता है, रिचार्ज होता है, मतलब इसकी हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल बहुत ज़्यादा लॉन्ग प्रोसेस की है. ऑल वाटर्स मूव्स विद इन द हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल इंश्योरिंग दैट वाटर इज़ अ रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्सेज. ओके, so when we study about the hydrological cycle of the waters, so output comes that the water is a renewable resources. You might wonder that if 3/4 of the world is covered with the water and the water is renewable resources, then how is it the countries and region around the global suffer from the water scarcity? See, here's the one big question arises. We all know, like, earth is covered with 3/4 of earth is covered with the water. Okay, if such amount of water is present at our earth surface, and one more thing, that water is a renewable resources which can be renewed easily. Okay, it does not take much more longer time period, like decades of years, to get renewed. Then why some people face the scarcity of water, and even why the globally suffer from the scarcity of water? Why is it predicted that by 2025 nearly 2 billion people will live in the absolute water scarcity? Why it has been predicted by many scientists, by many people, that there will be the water scarcity by 2020? Okay, so why this is happening, we will understand this by the next para. Okay, see, here I will just give you the rough idea. See, there is a presence of 3/4 of our earth is covered with the water, but see, there is a very less percent of drinking water is present, which we can use for the purpose of drink, and that too is very unequally distributed. Now, water scarcity and the need for the water conservation and management. Okay, we will study under this para how the water get scared, like why there is a scarcity of the water, and why we need to conserve the water, and why there is a proper needs of proper management to save the water, so that by 2025 we all have the availability of the water, and we do not face the scarcity problem. Given the abundance and renewability of the water, it is difficult to imagine that we may suffer from water scarcity. See, from the data we saw, like 3/4 of our surface is covered with the water, but the and it is a renewable resources. Then why we will face the scarcity? Again, this question is coming, means it is a very hard to believe. The moment we speak of water shortages, we immediately associated it with the region having low rainfall or those that are drought prone. Okay, when we start talking about the shortage of water, we generally think about those area which have the low rainfall, just like a Rajasthan, okay, or drought prone area. We instantly visualize the desert of Rajasthan and women balancing many matkas, earth pots, used for collecting and storing water and traveling long distance to get water. True. Okay, the ability of water resources varies over space and time. See, when it's come upon the shortage of water, we in our mind, there is in our mind we just can imagine the Rajasthan place, and the women who are balancing, like who are taking the water from the matkas and traveling along places to store the water. Okay, but in reality that is not a real condition, mainly due to variation in season. See, one more thing is here, the true availability of water resources means water is available which varies upon the space and the time, mainly due to the variation in seasonal and annual precipitation, but water scarcity in most cases is caused by over exploitation. See, what are the reason, what are the factors which causes for the exploitations of water, that are the less rain, okay, seasonal changes, annual precipitation, but due to mismanagement, due to over exploitation, due to overuse of water is also one of the big reason. Where is then water scarcity likely to occur? Okay, here is a one question, then where will be the water scarcity will occur? As you have read in the hydrological cycle, fresh water can be obtained directly from precipitation, surface runoff and groundwater. See, as we have studied about the hydrological cycle, there we studied about like how the fresh water is obtained, how the precipitation is occurred, how the surface runoff, how the groundwater covers, all these things we have studied. Is it possible that an area or region may have ample water resources but is still facing water scarcity? Many of other countries are such example. Thus water scarcity may be an outcome of large and growing population, consequent greater demands for water and the unequal access to it. What is saying कि like क्या ये possibility है कि some reason, there are the some reasons, ठीक है, they are the ample of water resources but still facing the water scarcity. Okay, so such example, see, take an example of any place, okay, there are the so much water availability, but what happened if there are lots of people started dwellings, okay, due to presence of water, and they started doing agriculture, they started setting in many industries, okay, so what we can do, what will be the conclusion? Conclusion will be that obviously this water will get diminished. Okay, now consequent greater demands for water and unequal access to it. A large population requires more water not only for domestic use but also produce more food. Okay, a large quantity of water is required not only for the domestic purpose but also for the many use like for the food. Hence, the facilitate higher food grains production, water resources are being overexploited to expand irrigated area for dry season agriculture. See, what happened, there are also lots of water is used for the purpose of irrigation. Suppose there are the area which there are dry places which requires a lots of water even in the unseasonal time, so also there is a wastage of water. Now it is needed to revolutionize the agriculture through the developing drought resistance crop and dry farming techniques. ओके, यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहा है कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, मतलब एक क्रांतिकारी हमें बदलाव लाना पड़ेगा अगर हम एग्रीकल्चर को डेवलप करना चाहते हैं. सी, टेक एग्जांपल, इफ़ वी आर ग्रोइंग द एनी प्लांट्स और एनीथिंग और एनी क्रॉप्स इन अनसीजनल टाइम, ओके, वी कैन नॉट ओनली डिपेंड्स अपॉन द अवेबिलिटी ऑफ वाटर. ओके, इसको अच्छा इसमें आउटपुट अच्छा लाने के लिए वी हैव टू ऑल्सो डिपेंड अपॉन द लाइक व्हाट आर द फर्टिलाइजर्स वी यूज़, व्हाट आर द काइंड्स ऑफ सीड्स वी यूज़, व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ फार्मिंग वी यूज़, ऑल दिस. सो वी हैव टू चेंज अ लॉट्स अबाउट दिस. Now moving to the next line, you may have seen in many television advertisement that most farmers have their own wells and tube wells in their farm for the irrigation to increase their produce. Okay, when you are watching the televisions, okay, advertisement, even if you are residing in the village area or you get chance to go visit a village area, there you can see that individual farmers have their own wells and tube wells for increasing the irrigation practices. But have you ever wondered what this could result in? But you have understand about this. If see, there's a thousands numbers of farmer, okay, and each farmers open their own tube wells or the own wells, then what will be the situations of the groundwater level? Obviously it will get depleted. Take an understanding by this diagram. See, water level is still here now. Okay, this is the ground water level and this is a ground. Okay, what happened initially? One farmer open ear well. Okay, okay. So water level remained here only. Then one more person, no problem. One more person came this place. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. Then what will be here? Obviously, this particular place, groundwater level will get depleted. It will the groundwater level will shift to more deeper, because there are obviously more absorbing of water. Got it? Okay. But now that it may lead to the falling groundwater levels, adversely affecting water availability and food security of the people. Okay, what it's saying, like it will lead to falling groundwater levels. Okay, obviously the groundwater level will form as we study or discuss in a diagram. Okay, it will obviously affect the water availability and food security of the people. Post independent India witnessed intensive industrialization, urbanization, creating vast opportunity for us. Okay, after the independence, India has visited to many industrialization, urbanization, which has creating vast opportunity for us. Like there are lots of growing setuping of industrialization, there is lots of urbanization, many people are involved in the industrialization. The result for that is to has the result for that is decline of water level, because more uses of water, as more demand of the uses of water has been increased. Today large industrial houses are as a common place as industrial units of many MNCs. Okay, see, yeah, as we're talking about the development, okay, one side if the development occur, obviously there will be the depletion of the some of the our natural resources. Okay, as we are moving to the more artificial creation, obviously the natural resources will be get depleted, because ultimately we are creating the artificial resources by using the natural resources only. Okay, so as we know the MNCs is growing a lot, so there is a lot place of houses, common place, industrial area developing. The ever increasing number of industry has made matters worse by exerting pressure on the existing freshwater resources. Obviously, as they increasing the industry, their demand, they have made a lots of pressure, they have made lots of changes to resource deplete the water availability. Now industries, apart from being heavy water of users of water, also require power to run them. See, the industry where which use heavy users of water, they also require power to run them, obviously. So ultimately what here is not only one single resource is getting depleted, here is also multiple resources is getting depleted. Much of this energy comes from the hydroelectric power. Today in India, hydroelectricity power contributes approximately 22% of the total electricity produced. See, the most amount of energy we use for the generation of for using in electricity, that energy comes from the mainly the resources is hydroelectricity. If we talking about in India, there is a 22% of total electricity produced. Moreover, multiplying urban center with a large and dense population and urban lifestyle have not only added the water and energy requirement, but have further aggravated the problem. See, if we're talking about the urban lifestyle, dense population, how the peoples are prone to comfortable life, they need everything. Okay, but they don't want to do anything for the resources, they are not planting, they are not doing anything. So this has made an adverse effect and very big problem for us. If you look into the housing societies or colonies in the cities, you would find that most of this have their own groundwater pumping device to meet their water needs. See, if you're living in the cities or any town, you can just see that most of the people have their own pump, their own connection of groundwater pumping, so that what will be conclusion by this, obviously the groundwater level will get depleted. Not surprisingly, we find the fragile water sources are being overexploited and have caused their depletion in the several of the cities. Okay, there are no doubt, like the fragile water resources have been over exploited. Obviously the water resources has been over exploited, and there are lots of depletion with the one of the factors, that is the over exploitation. So far we have focused on the quantitative aspect of water scarcity. Now let us consider another situation where water is sufficiently available to meet the needs of the people, but the area still suffers from the water scarcity. See, till now what we have discussed कि जो scarcity है पानी की, that's basic in a quantitative manner, okay, for everybody. But if we are talking about the place where we have lots of water resources, but still the people faces water scarcity. Okay, we now this scarcity may be due to bad quality of water. Lately there has been growing concern that even if there is ample water to meet the needs of the people, much of it may be polluted by domestic industrial waste, chemical, pesticides and fertilizers used in the agriculture, thus making hazardous for the humans. See, if we're talking about the any places, take example of A is a place, okay, here are lots of industries setting, okay, and here's lots of farming, agriculture is also happening. So what will be happen, the discharge water will get mixed with the pure water or the river water or any water resources which are the drinkable water. Okay, so what will be happen, the quality of water will be obviously get degraded and it will become hazardous, and this even this water is present, but this water is not usable for anybody because of un or mismanagement. Got it? Okay, so now moving to the next topic. Okay, next paragraph. You may have already realized that the need of our is to conserve and manage our water resources to safeguard ourselves from health hazard, to ensure food security, contribution to our livelihoods and productive activities, and also to prevent degradation of natural ecosystem. See, till now we आपने ये समझा होगा कि this is our responsibility. Okay, ये individual person की responsibility है कि we have to conserve the thing, we have to manage the thing. Just like a water is a natural resources, but we have to conserve it and manage it and use in such a way that it is present for everybody, and it does not causes the health hazard. And also about the food security. See, the foods obtaining of the food is a water is a one main resources for obtaining the any crops. Okay, for planting any crops, water is a essential thing. Suppose if there is a no water, there is a lots of scarcity of water, obviously the crop will not get produced. If crop will not get produced, how our survival will be possible? No. So it is our individual responsibility to make the lives very peacefully, and productive activities we should do, like a degradation, we should prevent the degradation of natural ecosystem, we should plant more trees, we should keep our environment healthy, we should utilize in a proper way, we should increase our awareness. Over exploitation and mismanagement of water resources will improvise these resources and cause ecological crisis that may have profound impact on our lives. Okay, like over exploitation and mismanagement of water resources, this if suppose there are lots of exploitation or mismanagement of water, obviously the water level will get degraded, it will become unuseful, like a hazardous water will be created, like unmixing of many things which are not useful for us, and it will create a lots of impact on our livelihood. Got it? So far we have discussed about the water resources. As first we have studied about the, in first paragraph we have studied about the availability of water. 3/4 of water is present at our groundwater, okay, like our earth, and even though that much water is present, but the many people face a lots of problem, and it is also estimated by 2025 there will be scarcity of water. So first paragraph we understand as a first topic water scarcity and need for the water conservation and management. So at first we study what is the water scarcity. Okay, what is this, what under the water scarcity we study why this water scarcity occur, why this water scarcity is occur, or when water is present at 3/4 ratio of at a earth, and it is a renewable resources, then why such scarcity is present. Then we studied what are the main factors about the water scarcity. There are lots of the factor, like precipitation is a one factors. Okay, unconservation is a one factor. Okay, mismanagement is one factor, and there are lots of factor we study. And then we study why we need to manage the water, what are the uses of this. So as we know कि water is our essential product for everything, for food, for getting the foods, for living, for survival. So there is a highly need to preserve it, and everybody individual needs to have the responsibility to preserve it, and manage it in a proper way, increase the awareness. So here we will study about the some factors, how we can manage the water, how we can conserve. First, proper using. Okay, planting more trees. Okay, saving the water for the unseasonal time, creating awareness. Okay, not throwing anything on the water. Got it? These are the few things which anybody can use to preserve or manage the water. So I hope you have understand this and enjoyed a lot. We'll come to the next class with the next topic.